So, Congressman Jeff Van Drew, Republican of New Jersey, you were in a briefing yesterday. You had said that you believe, or you heard, that it could be from Iran. The Pentagon says that's not the case. And so I wonder, like, if you had put in China, if the Pentagon would then be forced to respond as well. And then we somehow narrow it down by way of guessing game.
They've been incredibly stupid and incredibly weak with this. Here's the point. We know they're not backyard drones that some hobbyist is using because they're much more sophisticated than that. We know that they're not a commercial company within the United States because we don't even have this level of sophistication yet. We are a full decade behind where China is with drones. The government claims it's not them. They say it's not them. So who is it? Well, I had credible individuals who have high security ratings, and they came to me. And again, these are dependable, credible individuals that have security clearance that felt that they wanted to clear the air. They were in essence whistleblowers and said, look, they believe there's a real possibility it could be Iran, that there could be a ship out, not right on the coast of New Jersey, not right there, but these drones, as cited by the Coast Guard, are coming in and out of the ocean. They're going to the ocean. They're not pontoons. They're not landing on the water. They're landing on something. We're not being told the truth. They are dealing with the American public like we're stupid. And again, understand these drones are sophisticated systems, ones that we don't have, that we don't normally see, and we need some real substantive answers. This has been going on for almost 1 month. It's incredible.
Sir, some people did not respect your answers yesterday when you were on our network with Harris. But you're on the Transportation Committee, you're on the Aviation Subcommittee, so you've got some chops. But, I mean, you pulled a pin and rolled it down the hall. And Jen Griffin took that question that you laid out yesterday to the Pentagon. Watch here.
Representative Jeff Van Drew, who is a Republican from New Jersey, was just on the air saying that Iran launched a mothership probably about a month ago that contains these drones.
There is not any truth to that. There is no Iranian ship off the coast of the United States, and there's no so-called mothership launching drones towards the United States.
So what were you talking about then, Congressman?
These drones very well could be launched from a ship. It could be hundreds of miles out at sea. These types of drones go much greater distances. These, again, are something that we normally don't see in the United States. So there is a real possibility. Could it be China? Absolutely. Could it be somebody else? It sure could. Here's the deal. They don't know what it is. They don't know what it's about. They haven't taken one down to analyze it. They have no idea where it comes from, but they know that it's not that. I mean, that's nonsense. They do not know what they're doing. Why don't they take one of them down, analyze it, and let us know what's really happening? I hope they know more than they're telling us, but that's disrespectful to the public and to Congress. It's about time they leveled with the truth. Hopefully they'll give us some information this afternoon. But even if they do, it's like a month too late. This reminds me of the spy balloon. Last year, traveled the whole country, obtained all the information it wanted as it was just about to exit. Then finally, the president ordered to be shot down. This is weakness and stupidity, and it's intolerable.
There was a briefing yesterday for local lawmakers in New Jersey. They came out of that meeting and said they got zero. And you have Governor Phil Murphy, the governor of New Jersey, the state from which you represent, and he said, rest assured, there's no problem for the public. There's no danger here. But how can he be sure of that?
He can't be sure of it. It's like somebody that goes to the doctor and has a severe chest pain and it's horrible. They can't even stand up. And the doctor says, well, I don't know what you have, but you're just fine. Don't worry about it. I mean, they don't know anything. They have no information. How incredible is that when they have $1 trillion budget, supposedly all these experts? And I thought, quite frankly, that it was amateur hour at that press conference that the Pentagon had. No answers, no focus, no ideas. Of course people are concerned. So at the very least, what I've done is passed forward a very credible possibility that came from credible experts. These are real people that didn't want to reveal their names because they didn't want to lose their position, who have high security clearance. It's the real deal. I deal with these people. I'm on the Aviation Subcommittee. I'm the Vice Chairman of Transportation. This is real. I'm not saying it's definite, but it's something that needs to be explored and treated with respect.
Sir, thanks for coming back today. You're making waves, certainly, and I hope you get some answers because we certainly would like to know what's up.
I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.